Oh my god. I am screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. My hands are actually shaking as I type this because I just watched the preview for General Hospital and I am losing my absolute mind. Okay, but listen, I am way too invested in these people like they are my actual real-life friends, and Jason Morgan is about to do the most unhinged, insane, completely reckless thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I was literally eating dinner, like taking a bite of pasta, and I choked. I actually choked and had to pause the TV and text my friend immediately because I needed someone to process this with. Jason is planning a hit. A hit on Ross Cullum, the head of the WSB. Are you kidding me right now? I am pacing around my living room because this is literally the worst idea in the history of Port Charles, and I am calling it right now. This is going to end badly. Mark my words. Wait, let me back up, because I keep remembering things out of order and my brain is just a scrambled mess of panic. Oh wait, before that happened actually. Let's talk about Sonny. Sonny Corinthos, who is normally the one making the terrible impulsive mob decisions, was actually the voice of reason. I know my jaw dropped. At this point, I'm yelling at my screen like, "Listen to him, Jason!" In the March 16 episode, Sonny and Jason have this super intense dramatic meeting. Jason tells Sonny that Britt's situation has reached a breaking point, and he's going to take out Cullum before he and Britt flee to Canada. Sonny looks at him with this dead serious, terrifying mob boss face and stresses that this has to be a clean kill. A clean kill, Jason. Sonny is literally spelling it out for him. He makes it crystal clear that if Jason gets caught trying to assassinate a high-ranking WSB director, he will never, ever see the light of day again. And Jason, being Jason, just gives that stoic little nod and reassures him. But I'm sitting here like, Jason, your skills are amazing, you are stone cold, but you are not invincible. You are taking a massive gamble. I forgot to mention earlier, and don't even get me started on that, Jason is so arrogant sometimes when it comes to his hitman skills. He really thinks he can just snipe the head of an international intelligence agency and then casually hop on a flight to Canada with his girlfriend like it's a Tuesday. The audacity? Honestly, the absolute audacity of this man. Sonny is right to be terrified. There is so much at stake here. If Jason messes this up, the WSB will come down on him so hard they won't just arrest him, they will bury him under the jail. They will put him in a black site and throw away the key. And Jason is just like, yeah, I got this. No, you don't got this, Jason. I swear he needs to get it together. Why would he do that? Why not just run away with Britt right now? Why do you have to poke the WSB bear before you leave? Okay, where was I? Right, so the preview video for the week of March 16 to 20, I literally stopped breathing. They show Jason on top of a building outside holding his sniper rifle. He's aiming it at this glass window of the WSB office. It's so cinematic, so dramatic, I was literally on the edge of my seat. He's looking through the scope, getting ready to pull the trigger and wipe Cullum off the map. But wait, guess who else is in the room with Cullum Jack Brennan? Jack freaking Brennan. I'm dead. I am actually deceased. Brennan is standing right there, well within shooting range, grilling Cullum about the Five Poppies project and playing dumb. Jason is aiming through the glass and there are two people in the room and one of them is Brennan, who Carly is totally mixed up with right now. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, what if Jason hits Brennan? I am spiraling just thinking about it. What if Jason's hit is anything but clean? What if he pulls the trigger and Cullum moves or Brennan steps in the way and Jason accidentally shoots Jack Brennan? Can you even imagine the fallout? Carly would absolutely lose her mind. I mean, Carly is already hiding Valentine Cassidy, which is insane by the way, and she just told Brennan to be honest with Jocelyn. If Jason shoots Brennan, Carly's gonna rain hellfire down on Jason. Or worse, what if Jason misses entirely? What if the glass is bulletproof? What if Cullum has a sixth sense and ducks? If Jason misses, the WSB is going to swarm that building faster than you can say stone cold. He will be trapped on that roof. I'm telling you, I am so stressed I can't breathe. The spoilers keep emphasizing how important it is that Jason doesn't get caught. They keep repeating it. Don't get caught, Jason. Clean kill, Jason. You know what that means in soap language? IT means he's going to get caught. They are totally foreshadowing this. It's so obvious, but it still makes me want to scream. What if Jason gets arrested? Picture it. Jason Morgan handcuffed, surrounded by WSB agents, being hauled off to Steinmauer. Steinmauer? That horrible, awful maximum security prison where they send the worst of the worst? If Jason gets thrown in a hole in Steinmauer, I am going to riot. I will literally write a letter to ABC. Not okay. I'm done. But okay, let's be real for a second. This is a soap. If they throw him in Steinmauer, they will eventually find some ridiculous loophole to undo the criminal charges. Diane Miller will probably march in there with a briefcase full of legal magic and get him out on a technicality. Or the WSB will need him for some top-secret suicide mission and offer him a pardon. But still, the drama. I can't handle the thought of Jason sitting in a dark cell in Steinmauer while Britt is out there waiting for him. Speaking of Britt, my heart is literally breaking for her. She is packing her bags at Bobby's place, zipping up her luggage, looking around her room one last time. She is so desperate to escape this nightmare. Cullum and Jen Sidwell are blackmailing her over her Huntington's disease medication, forcing her to complete her evil father Faison's final project. It is so dark and twisted. She finally has an escape plan with Jason. They are supposed to go to Canada and reverse engineer the meds. She is counting on him. And now Jason is risking it all to take this shot at Cullum. What if Jason has to go on the run? What if the hit goes wrong? The WSB is chasing him, and he has to become a fugitive. He might have to leave Britt behind. I am literally crying, thinking about Britt waiting at the rendezvous point, looking at her watch, realizing Jason isn't coming. She would be completely alone at the mercy of Cullum. Cullum already knows Britt is trying to betray him. He caught Marco Rios trying to steal the meds from the safe at Windermere. Cullum is dangerous, he is smug, and he will absolutely destroy Britt if Jason gets caught or goes missing. Jason might have to travel elsewhere deep underground to avoid getting locked up, leaving Britt to face the music alone. I am so mad at Jason right now. Why couldn't you just get in the car and drive to Canada? Why do you have to be a hero? And don't even get me started on Danny Morgan. I forgot to mention this, but Jason had this incredibly sad, heartbreaking conversation with Danny at the Quartermaine mansion. He told his son he has to leave town for a few months. Danny looked so sad and concerned. Jason asked him how he'd feel about living with Alexis Davis, which, by the way, caused a massive fight between Alexis and Tracy Quartermaine. Tracy is furious that Jason picked Alexis. But anyway, Jason promises Danny he's coming home eventually. You don't make a promise like that on a soap opera unless you are about to disappear for a very long time. It's the kiss of death. Jason might as well have said, "I'm going to be presumed dead soon, kid." Honestly, the writers are playing with our emotions so hard right now. We all know Steve Burton is taking a temporary hiatus. He even said on his podcast that his exit is going to be very interesting and will make fans go, "Whoa, then a what?" Well, I am already going, whoa, and what? And why? Jason, why? If Cullum catches Jason off guard, Cullum could put Jason on ice. He could kidnap Jason, lock him in a WSB black site, and use him as leverage against Britt. Cullum could literally tell Britt, "I have your boyfriend. If you don't deliver the working prototype of Faison's project, I will put a bullet in his head." That would be insane. That would be peak drama. I am just pacing and texting and typing, and I can't stop thinking about all the ways this can go wrong. Will Sonny's ominous warning lead to chaos? Yes! Will Jason's hit be anything but clean? Yes! It's going to be a disaster. I am calling it right now. Jason is going to pull that trigger, the glass is going to shatter, Brennan is going to dive. Cullum is going to pull a gun, the alarms are going to blare, and Jason is going to realize he just made the biggest mistake of his life. And I will be sitting on my couch yelling at the TV, eating my cold pasta, completely and utterly destroyed by these fictional characters. Seriously, I need to take a breath. My heart rate is actually elevated. The stakes have literally never been higher. Jason is going to make himself a major WSB target. He's going to have danger swirling around him from every direction. The WSB Cullum, maybe even Brennan's secret faction. He is walking right into a trap of his own making because he couldn't just let it go. He had to be the hitman. He had to be stone cold. And now he's gonna pay the price, and Britt is gonna pay the price, and Danny is gonna pay the price. I can't. I literally can't. Okay, I need to go drink some water because I am so worked up. But mark my words, this Friday's episode is going to change everything. I am going to need a support group when Jason gets arrested or shot, or goes on the run. If you need me, I will be rewatching that promo video for the 50th time, analyzing the angle of the sniper rifle and trying to calculate if the bullet will hit Brennan. I am unhinged, I know, but this is General Hospital, and this is my life right now. I